In a strong message on terrorism, India's External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar said on Saturday that no rhetoric can ever justify terrorist acts, and nations who back extremism can never have good reputation. Jaishankar made the statement during his address at the United Nations General Assembly. In his address to the world body, he also reaffirmed India's zero-tolerance approach towards terrorism.
Having borne the brunt of cross-border terrorism for decades, India firmly advocates a zero-tolerance approach. In our view, there is no justification for any act of terrorism regardless of motivation, and no rhetoric, however sanctimonious, can ever cover up bloodstains. The United Nations responds to terrorism by sanctioning its perpetrators, those who politicize the UNSC 1267 sanctions regime, sometimes even to the extent of defending proclaimed terrorists. They do so at their own peril.
This is a strong, though veiled attack against Pakistan and its ally China that has on multiple occasions blocked bids and proposals by India and its allies to designate Pakistan-based terrorists. While talking about India's position in the ongoing Ukraine conflict, Jaishankar said that India is on the side that respects the United Nations Charter and its founding principles.
As the Ukraine conflict continues to rage, we are often asked, whose side are we on? And our answer each time is straight and honest. India is on the side of peace and will remain firmly there. We are on the side that respects the UN Charter and its founding principles.
India's External Affairs Minister also met with his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov on Saturday to discuss bilateral ties between both countries. The face-to-face meeting took place on the sidelines of the UNGA session. Jaishankar characterized the talks as wide-ranging on Twitter, saying that they discussed bilateral cooperation and also exchanged views on Ukraine war and the United Nations reforms. And for more on that, our correspondent Susan Teherani has sent us this report from New York.
Now, India chairs the Counterterrorism Committee this year, and Dr. Jaishankar took the opportunity during his speech to invite member states to attend a special meeting that's scheduled to take place in India on terrorism soon. He did not mention Pakistan by name either. He did say this, quote, "Having borne the brunt of cross-border terrorism for decades, India firmly advocates a zero-tolerance approach. In our view, there is no justification for any act of terrorism regardless of motivation, and no rhetoric, however sanctimonious, can ever cover up bloodstains." He also continued by noting that the United Nations responds to terrorism by sanctioning its perpetrators, those who politicize the UN Security Council 1267 sanctions regime, sometimes even to the extent of defending proclaimed terrorists. They do so at their own peril. Susan Teherani reporting from New York for WION World This Way.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.